Shoot.
Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, everybody. It's showtime. It's showtime. I hope y'all looked at the title of the little topics we're going to be talking about today. Welcome in, everybody. When you come in, please hit the like button, share the video out to others, please. We got some really great topics today. We're going to start off a little bit about Diddy, and we're going to be talking about how do you feel about getting rejected, male or female per se, ghosting, and generational curses. So if everybody could join in, we'll give y'all a few minutes. We was just kicking it a little bit, so we're just gonna talk and let people join in. So welcome when you do come in. Alrighty. So back to the topic. So I do have Mr. Island with us today. Ralph Island again. Thank you for joining the show again, Mr. Island. And then I
Hello,
have
everyone.
Natalie
Hey,
is with us.
hey, how you
She
doing?
was on vacation last week.
I
So
know it's been a
we'll
while, but I still got my smile.
That's it. If we can have that every day, we good. We winning.
exactly. Yes, we're winning. He's such a charmer, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
I am but a man.
hmm
Don't blame me, blame God.
Uh-oh.
Well, I
Uh-oh.
mean, well, that's a good thing then, huh?
I am a blessing to some. I'd like to think to all.
We say a blessing or a lesson. Either one.
Either one gonna be good for you. I promise you
Either
that.
one.
You ain't gonna leave hurt, but you gonna smile. That's all I
Uh-oh.
care about. You
Uh-oh.
gonna
Uh-oh.
evolve and you gonna grow. Hopefully, dealing with me.
Uh-oh.
If you
Each
don't,
one
that's your
teach
choice.
one. Iron sharpen iron. All right, all
That-
Oh
right.
no,
That's
we
it.
we we more like vibranium over here.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Come
Okay.
on, Wakanda.
Booyaka.
they don't know nothing about that vibranium. Come on now.
I don't know. Everybody
What?
had their outfits out when the movie came out. They might know. Don't get me started on
Oh,
that.
no.
Boy, that pissed me off.
I didn't have no outfit. Sorry.
I'm a comic book guy. I grew up reading them. Me and my daughter got matching tattoos. I can't show it on the camera right, but I don't know.
Hmm
I'm a comic book guy, so I took that a little personal. Our black people can
Yeah,
get together for a movie, thinking it's a real country. Anything to do with Africa, we want to come together, but this ain't even a real country. It's a comic book country. Anyway,
that's
I
it.
digress. I digress.
I used to look at comic books too, but I sure don't remember that.
And now,
Maybe
now
that was past my time when I stopped looking at it. Then.
here's a fun fact, though, and people can Google this and do their research. Stan Lee's favorite comic book character was Black Panther,
Hmm Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know that Professor X and Magneto was supposed to represent Malcolm X and Martin Luther King in their thoughts about the world.
Huh. I kind of remember
Anybody?
that Black Panther cartoon, but I just really wasn't a cartoon head, and I didn't know that.
He been around. Just everybody
hmm
was more focused on Superman.
Yeah, Superman and Spidey.
Nah, I can't stand Spider Man. Don't get me started. And,
Yeah.
s-
oh,
and,
Spidey.
and, I'm, and I'm like all the other people. They can keep making Superman, but all of a sudden they get rid of the Wakanda warrior and never can be acted on again out of respect.
hmm
They use everything as a weapon.
Everything as a weapon. They know what they doing, but it's all
Yeah,
right.
they don't forget they're at war. We do.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's it.
Ain't that right, ain't it?
That is dead on the money. You got them shooting. New generation coming up here and they ain't aware of nothing. You're like, wait a
They'll
minute.
wear some money.
They
That's
won't.
it.
But
Some
and our
money.
money ain't good money. Oh,
You can't tell them that.
Right.
because they more ethics are not aligned with what they should be. I'm gonna word it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what they should be is by world standard, right?
they definitely should be. They better be
Hanging somebody was once legal, right?
right. Yeah, and
So if
I
the
yeah,
world says it's okay, right?
that's it. That's what they're gonna go with and keep on. Yeah.
We used to not get perms. Then they made perms. Then they got tired of perms.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I
Mm,
digress.
that's it.
Don't.
That
Knowledge
is
is
it.
power. Pass it on. You feed it to somebody. Even the kids, they gotta know. If you got 10,
They need to
you
learn.
they
Most
can know.
definitely.
They can pass it on to the next because a lot of them don't know.
You know the problem, and I have my nephew tell me this, and it's really our problem. This generation, which they have the right because of how they were raised, if they don't see it, they don't believe it. And I can't blame them.
Yeah.
Because how many times as us as a kid, we was told something, and we were like, okay, show me, or I don't see it.
Hmm.
We know it's true, but it's like, well, how much can I believe in that?
Yeah.
You tell me to save my money, but I don't see you saving your money because like Christmas come around, I don't get nothing.
Hmm.
This generation, like, well, if you don't show us, because we can go on the internet and see what we want to see, but you telling me to do this, but you ain't showing me. And
Right.
I had to sit back on that. You right.
Yeah. Lead by example.
Ain't that it?
That's so true.
I'm
Lead by
serious.
example. All righty. Welcome in. The ones that are tuning in, welcome in. Please hit the like button. Share the video out, please. We got some really good topics to talk about today. We got some really good guests that'll keep the topics going.
We have a wonderful host.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So we almost, yeah, I was trying to give them a few more minutes, see who I was gonna come in here before we get started.
They're gonna flood in like
So
last time.
yeah, they will most definitely. Yes, they will.
Ironically, it's gonna probably be when Diddy get brought up out of nowhere. It's bing, 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 bing. Or Puff Daddy. I like to say Puff Daddy. Diddy's a little too feminine to me.
AKA, well, I
I'm just
mean,
saying, hey,
the way the story is now, it fits them.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, well, no, he's not Diddy anymore. Remember, he's Brother Love.
Oh, I didn't know he
Oh,
changed
oh,
his
he
name.
been dropped Diddy. He's Brother Love.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
okay.
part of it
I'm
too. People forget.
I'm
Let me,
not
Yeah,
I'm not with all these names.
I
Like, come
did
on.
hear that one. I did hear that one the other night. It was like, oh yeah, okay. Mm.
This is a new name, huh? But it's still you at the end of the day. I don't care
no,
how many
it's
names
what
you
you put
use.
out there. That's what
Yeah.
we got to start saying because this internet, people put on personas and what people want them to be seen as. That ain't them. Because when they sitting at home in front of that mirror or by themselves and watching that TV, that show ain't that same person.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando Brown said on an interview on one time, I think on Vlad, he said, "When you're by yourself, you are yourself."
Oh,
Everybody think that boy crazy. That's an act he putting on. He might get high.
Exactly. That's what I heard. It's an act he put on. He know what he doing.
You know what he doing? Know what he talking about?
Yes, he do.
He's a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody pays attention to the victim when they crying out until
no, they don't really want to
until
hear 'em.
Not because they
right.
they want to put it like they crazy.
Every last one of them.
Come on. Every
Yeah.
victim is always crazy and don't know what they're talking about until the evidence rises to the surface and they can't deny what that person because people still ain't came out and said nothing about Jagger Wright and Cat Williams said, oh, they was right. You still ain't heard none of that feedback.
Mhm.
You
Mm-hmm.
ain't heard none of that feedback about
Yeah.
no apologies, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't want to admit and say
Exactly.
I was wrong or oh man, I'm sorry. I
No.
thought the dog thing was to apologize.
Yeah. They ain't gonna say all that.
Mm, mm,
Not
mm.
at all.
What a
Just trying to
world
stay
we
out the spotlight.
And
live
then that's just it, though. Let me go tell the world about it. That's what they ain't gonna believe. I mean, that go back and not only in our culture, in a lot of them, but we know it more in ours. Rather, it's the little girl down the street telling y'all that her stepdaddy's fooling with her. Folks don't want to believe that. They don't want to hear. They do not. They would rather play like an ostrich. I didn't hear it. And then years later, I didn't know. Then when the child is all messed up in the head because I told and nobody did anything,
You know,
that's
Auntie,
another one lost. That's
Yeah.
another one lost.
you know, that's going to probably touch into the generational curses conversation. But I'm going to say this. I think we're the only culture that actually even, it's not about not acknowledging it, but other cultures don't care. They just deal with it. And what I mean by they don't care is they put it out there and all that. They deal with the situation as it is because let's just say this. Everybody knew Elvis Presley married his own little cousin or niece or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was, and she was a minor.
Mm-hmm.
White folk didn't care. They
Well,
just cared that Elvis Presley made good music.
him,
Everybody knew John F. Kennedy was cheating on his wife. They
everybody,
didn't care.
the whole world.
Long as he did what he was supposed to do for America or whatever they wanted him to do. Black
Right.
people, on the other hand, we care about who Diddy sleeping with. We care
And
about if
the
he was
thing
messing
is,
with Usher. We care.
if the women, I hate to say it like this and for whatever reasons, but I mean, it is, you got to break the curses and you got to tell the truth and shame the devil. But a lot of them, you get, let's just say the ones in the church, the older people in the church is going to
Oh
tell
man.
them young women, you tolerate that. That's part of that. That he just a man. You deal with that. Keep praying. He just a man. Excuse me. I'm going to tell you the truth. If I wake up and see a black eye, I'm going to jail. All I'm going to tell my people, put money on my books because I'm about to burn somebody up. That ain't love. But we gotta teach them and we gotta show them because if we live in this in front of them, we're teaching them. That's the best teacher. That's the one they're gonna remember. Is you dealt with it and you this, that, and the other, and hold it. And I'm not
Well,
trying to be a superwoman or she eat that girl, whatever. But there is some things that's just a straight no go. Now you
Right.
call me and you tell me that you didn't have to deal with this, that, or the other. You ain't got to worry about it. You ain't gonna know who I'm calling, but I'm calling somebody to handle the situation. Just don't be coming back talking about I miss them. No, you don't.
That's true. Okay, so we're gonna go on and get started.
Hmm.
Um, so first we're gonna talk about the diddler, or brother love, or Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him. We all know that they came and got him. He is in custody right now. I want to really talk about the book that came out. Kim Lost Words. They're buying it left and right, real quick. So I was on TikTok earlier. The last 2 days, really, I whatever I could get off of it, then I'll try to listen to it and get as much. They had a lot of people reading it. If y'all want to even go on TikTok, a young lady named Sunset Beach TV. She's doing live videos, reading the book, the entire book, for some that cannot afford it, the ones that don't really want to buy it, but they want to hear the story. So she's reading everything word by word, on what was said in the book. And I caught a little bit of it today. So we just gonna spin around it a little bit. We ain't gonna really go in depth with it. But some of the stuff that I did hear today, from the book, was very interesting. She talked about a lot of celebrities that joined in on the parties, even the ones that she even slept with. Um, she talked about a lot of stuff that happened stuff came out about Biggie, stuff came out about Tupac, stuff came out about actual men that Kim dated in the midst of everything. It was a lot of information that came out. I'm going to I really want to purchase the book so I could read through it myself, but she did go through the whole book today, and it was very interesting. And I like some of the stuff she talked. One person she talked about who she had. I'm trying to see essay with was Jada, Mary J. Blige, Kamora Lee Simmons, Faith was a few that she alleged with, that she had essayed or whatever you want to call it, that she was in with.
Intertwined with, can you
Yes.
say?
Yes, that she was intertwined with. So it was very interesting. It talked about Biggie's mom and how she was upset after his death and how she wanted his money, like she wanted his money. And after 2 years, she still was not able to get it. And she was very upset. Kim sat in on a lot of stuff. She heard a lot of stuff. She wrote a lot of stuff. I'm not really sure who's behind the book, but or who also wrote it. I know they said I'll be sure he he said he vouched for this book. He said it was good. He said this book is true. Everything that she's saying was true until they said that he, had intertwined with the diddler. And now he's trying to retract his story. But it's okay because all of them are coming out. All the little celebrities. If that's what y'all do, y'all want to freak. This is y'all freak parties, whatever it is. That's what y'all did. That's what y'all like to do. And she also talked about ones that he messed with, and that how he was actually um going the other way, and that's what he preferred more than even being with women, but he did love Kim, as he say. um,
Did he look Puff Daddy?
and
Did he love Kim?
yeah, and how every time she was pregnant she had to join in on these activities as a sacrificial, like this is sacrificing her kids, and she didn't want to do it, but he basically made her. And how
You said
he,
while she was pregnant?
yeah, every time she had a baby with
Oh, he a
the
freak.
Christian and the twins, yeah, and she did not like it. She did not even want to be a part of that.
Yeah, he's. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it was like a sacrificial thing, a spiritual thing, and he was like, "You have to." She didn't want to. She did it anyway, and I guess we're just sleeping with the others, and it could have been men and women, within the party, but it didn't really break it down. She just basically talked about the women that she slept with. Um, um, how he brought Usher, Lil Bow Wow, and Justin Bieber up, and in that world, and you just messed up these kids. And when everything came out, she told him like, I got you. And how even with the ones that she were talking to, oh, even Heavy D, which it don't surprise me because we already knew, like when all these celebrities were dying, it was more to it than just, oh, they just dying because it was back to back. And we like, dang, what's going on with them? And of course, it's always somebody either the OD'd or they got sick or had pneumonia, something like that. It was always one of those. So even, they was like how he had Heavy D, Biggie, and Pac, you know, out the game. I need to come up with some good wording because I'm not saying it right, and I really want to say this right.
Well,
Uh,
you got to too for internet
yeah,
reasons.
man, and so
Oh, use unalived. I hear everybody on YouTube saying
unalive.
unalived.
That's it. How he unalived them or had something to do with it. It didn't really say he did it, but his goons. or whoever. And so even with Kim's other guys that she dated, it was one that she was in a movie. She the producer sent her flowers. He was hot. And next thing you know, he was unalive from pneumonia. Everybody that she talked to was unalive from pneumonia. And she knew it was him that did it. When they said, oh, he was unalive from pneumonia. So she knew it. And that was her story.
Prince.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that was her story. You know, she was unalive for pneumonia,
Pneumonia.
and she was sick one day. At the end of the book, it was talking about how she was sick. She thought, you know, she just had like a little cold, a fever, or whatever. So she was trying to go to the hospital. This is after all the evidence came out. Whatever he did to her, or whoever he had come over there, she ended up with pneumonia and she died. But she said she wanted to make sure this get publicized. She was like, she don't care. She, you know, said something to him like, I got kids by you. I thought you loved me. But of course, you know, that's the name of the game. So you just got to be careful because you never know what a person might do to you. And pneumonia all the time, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's
Um,
crazy. But everything, she did mention Snoop Dogg too. And then I think they said Stevie J.
oh, that's known.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
But she did mention Snoop Dogg. Just going back to it, I had to like take breaks because I was working. But when I get the book, I'm gonna fill y'all in on everything though, because it was really interesting. The stories that she was saying, and it was a really good book. And they get a hold of this. Yeah, he's going down, and they're gonna get some other ones too. I don't know if he would actually be in jail behind this, but it's interesting. They probably want to open up some more cases on what happened because it's crazy.
Miss Keita, before we go any further, I would like to
Mhm.
tell the audience, you and Auntie, please forgive me at any point if I overtalk, ramble, or talk too long because I have so much assumed information that I think is true from
Mhm.
over the years being a child who grew up behind all this stuff and
Mhm.
always thought outside the box. And, I'm very respectful and, I don't like to interrupt people. But I'm over here like this right now after everything you just said for that intro. It's
Yeah.
some of the things I want to slide in and just, because it's certain things that, like, just for instance, when you said unalive from pneumonia, I had to slide in and say, Prince. Isn't it funny how it all started way back in the day with Easy E when the first, not Jay Prince, but Easy E brought gangster rap popular and when he cut off his manager who was a Jew.
Yeah.
And even when he was threatened, the Jew police protected him. And then when he fired that Jew, he randomly died of AIDS,
AIDS. Yeah.
pneumonia.
Mhm.
And it's always been rumored he was injected.
Yeah.
Are you?
So I'm just saying this so whoever is watching, I'm very respectful, man. I'm but these type of things, I'm a conspiracy realist and not a theorist.
Mhm.
I do research. And I have friends that have been telling me I've been knowing about gentrification since I was 6. So once you hear me talk, I will always tell you do your research. But I'm saying ahead of time, please, I'm going to apologize because there's so much things that fill in those little holes that you were talking about, the things that happened over the years that I thought outside of the box. And I'm not thinking like everybody. I don't care about the sexuality aspect.
Mhm.
That's a tool. Money and sex are a tool.
Right.
And when you start putting it together and thinking like, okay, think outside of what you're hearing on TV, it might make a little bit more sense to you, like, wow. And then you might care about something different, which is the power and the control that they have over you.
Mhm.
But I digress.
Yep. Yep. Well, I just want your opinion on it. We just try to keep it short as possible so we could move on to our topics. That's all.
So,
Well,
madam, what are we
go
starting
ahead,
with?
baby, go ahead.
Starting with Diddy or are we starting with Kim? Well, we started with Kim Lost Words, correct?
With his book. Yeah. I mean, with her book.
So the first thing I want everybody to know, Kamora Lee Simmons was her best friend.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And Kimora was groomed from a teenage model by who? Does everybody
Russell,
know?
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
Hmm.
Who got wind of when Epstein stuff first started coming down and said, deuces, I'm gone. The smartest man in this whole situation is Russell Simmons. That nigga said, I'm selling everything. I'm going to a country that won't extradite me. Mind you, once he got with her, he entrenched himself into the Asian culture, became a Buddhist and everything. He's over in Asia right now. Ain't got to worry about nothing. He ain't gonna get charged with nothing because he was one of the first to even start doing it. He was part of
Yeah.
the bootleg back in the day.
Yeah.
And if you
And
look at how old he was when he was, how old she was when he started, for lack of a better, grooming her, he's right over there where he can continue living the lifestyle that he chose.
I'm gonna get even deeper. The culture that he's in, nothing's wrong with that.
No.
Now, if you want to get even deeper with that, in, in Christian culture,
Hmm.
if you go by the Bible,
Hmm.
if I'm saying anything wrong to anybody on here that's a Christian, read your Bible.
That's
Joseph was in his 60s when Mary got pregnant and she was a teenager. If you don't believe me, read the book.
mm-mm.
All I'm saying is, depending how you want to govern yourself about what's right or wrong about older men and younger women, and I'm saying it like that for a reason because what we're talking about, it might be okay and it might not be okay with you. Now, I'm a father and I have three daughters. My oldest is 19. My youngest, well, she turned 19. My youngest is 9, going on 10 in January.
Hmm.
I'm 41. I've dealt with younger women. I've dealt with older women. How would you feel if your daughter was talking to older men? Well, guess what? I'm the type of man that believes in karma. You know what I have to really look at it and say? How's he treating her? And why is she dealing with him?
Hmm.
Now, if we talking about 13 and he's 50, 40, 20, whatever, when I was 13, I was messing with grown women.
Yeah, you see that. You see that, but when it's the opposite.
It's not talked about, and it's almost like it's okay because when Jada messed with her child's friend who was 20 years younger than her plus,
Hmm.
guess what? I know a woman personally. I'm not gonna say the connection or nothing. That's not to be talked about because it is
Yeah.
close to me. It was like, I don't see nothing wrong.
You
How
do.
many
You
men?
see,
How many
you
men?
don't.
Go
They
ahead.
don't talk about that as often with
Mm,
when women does it. You hear it from older man to a younger woman aspect, and over here in the United States, we don't like it, and it shouldn't be legal. But if you go to any other country, the marriages are arranged, and when a child gets her menstrual, when she
yep.
be on her menstrual, it doesn't matter if you're 9,
Yep.
are old enough to be with a grown man, and that's how they look at it.
There are tribes in Africa, and when you turn 13 as a boy, you're a man. You go out and hunt and do all this other, and it's. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done because I can go on for days about this subject. It's taboo. In America, we shun Asians and other cultures for eating dogs and cats, do we not?
Yeah, we do.
We do, right? Would
Hmm.
you agree, Auntie?
Yes, most definitely.
But guess what? In America, we eat the two nastiest animals and we praise them: the pig and the catfish. The catfish is the only animal, the only fish in the water that has a period, and it's a bottom feeder and eats any goddamn on thing. The bigger it gets and the longer it lives, you can't even eat it. And the
Yeah.
pig ain't even got sweat glands. It excretes stuff through its feet. It will eat a pig. It will eat doo doo. I ain't gonna say the cuss word. That
Right.
pig will eat anything. And how many people are gonna throw some ribs on that grill when it's time to cook, knowing it's filled with parasites that don't die when you cook it? But we say it's taboo when we see Fluffy the dog getting cooked on the grill.
Because over here, they love the animals. You better not touch
Hold
the
on.
animal.
They love their animals and they control our culture, which makes us love our animals. And what they say is wrong. But also, they said hanging a strange fruit from a tree was legal, but we thought that was wrong. But we also If you do your research, one of the richest plantation owners in New Orleans was a black man. Talk to me.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's stay on subject. Stay on subject.
I digress.
Okay, let's stay on subject. So, anything else, Natalie? You got something to add towards the book?
Some of this stuff. Um, I have been catching a lot of this stuff. Um, and I'm a firm believer that there are people above Diddy that hands us in the bucket. That and I think he got maybe too cocky for a black man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I gave you this, I put you here, I hit, but now you getting too cocky. Let me show you. Now, see, I think it's a lot, some truth behind when finally the girl, whatever her name, where he was kicking her butt in the hallway,
Cassie.
yeah, sued against him, and he was like, nah, he ain't giving her nothing. But the white girl from Danity Kane been screaming it. Nobody wasn't hearing her.
Right.
But when Clive told him, you better handle this, take care of this, because now it's going higher than where we want to even see it go. We coming up off of you. He handled it and everything else opened up. But then, he bought these lawsuits against these big liquor people he had all these contracts with.
Ooh, ooh.
Messing with the money, going, you got too big for your britches. Now I got to pull you back and show you you're not that. And that brought a lot of this. But just like with a lot of this has been even older than me. I can remember hearing bits and pieces of stories back in the day. Most black people that was in the entertainment business, they didn't own shit. Sorry, they didn't own jack. That they had this, that, and other. The Jews did, and I hate to say it, but we got to look and stop closing our eyes and be. What was the devil's position in heaven?
The musician.
Oh, and
He
guess
led the
what?
choir of the angels and spoke for the Lord.
Yes.
And guess what? You think it's just by coincidence?
No, of course not. Of
And
course.
and then I'm gonna say it like this. A lot of all that strange, what we look at as not necessarily right, come from a lot. We would say, really, in my time, I would probably label the white man, the Jew, they right there with them, and what they feel about a black man. That, I mean, for so long and through history, it's like they're more consumed with his manhood than anything. So if I can break you down, I can buck you, buck. I done what I needed to do, and people won't even open their mind up to that. We're doing it. We're doing it. But also, the Bible do say in the last days, men will be lovers amongst themselves. And that's on more than one level. You gotta look, you got pay attention, stay woke.
Stay woke.
Auntie, can you allow me to fill in some of them holes?
You go right ahead, sugar.
I'm gonna start from the last part of what you was talking about, and I'm gonna work my way back. So please work with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
You talked about the old school. My grandfather died last year, 97 years old, December 27th, 2023. And you know what he told me? And he was in a white frat from IU when he graduated college. He was in a white frat. He said the white man will only let you get as far as he wants you to let you get.
That's it. We like puppets.
Now, again, I start off by saying they never forget they at war.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to keep going. Now, you said about these old school actors. Now, it might hurt your feelings, Auntie, because a lot of black women don't want to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
But Billy D came out and said he was gay. He was bisexual. Billy D. Williams. One of the baddest men that all the women loved back in the day.
Love the
Now,
mess
we
out.
heard about the couch. We heard about old boy that used to play football and got into the movies. I forget his name right now. He played in OGs, the one they filmed in Gary,
Mhm.
Indiana.
Uh,
He was
uh,
one of he was only the Hammer. He
Fred
was on
Williams.
Fred Williams. He's the only black actor known openly said, "I will not die in a movie." Yada yada yada. He stood on his manhood, but did he have a career like Billy D?
No, he did not. That's what happened.
I say all that to say this about the essentially what we're talking about because of and this is generational. This is everything. This is everyday 9 to 5 people.
You got that
We
right.
are indoctrinated to think that we have to sacrifice something about ourselves. It ain't got to be sexual to get ahead in the white man's world. And it's all the white man's world because they run everything.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's your pride, your integrity, your tone of how you talk, the way of how you talk, the way of how you dress, we're
How
taught
you
that.
wear your hair?
Way you wear your hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a subject for another
Yeah, most
episode.
definitely. Most definitely.
But my point in saying that was talking about the old school, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that trickles down. Now you also talked about um you talked about when you first started when we was talking about Diddy. When you first started talking about Diddy, you was like Cassie and all that.
Mm-hmm. Her
Now
lawsuit.
the lawsuit. Now 50 Cent, you go on YouTube. He said he believes the company he was partnered with Ciroc is behind all this because you got to understand nobody drank Ciroc before Diddy was promoting it.
Right.
Moment and he said he had trouble. He had to sue Remy and everything. But that field, that business is not governed by laws.
Yeah.
He said he believes they're behind it because when Diddy got think when that deal ended and you brought up that lawsuit, the lawsuit, and don't quote me on this. When matter of fact, forget that. When he broke away, they lost money
Mm-hmm.
because people only drank Ciroc because for like 15, 20 years, Diddy in videos, it's rappers talking about, man, I'm promoting Ciroc for Diddy and don't even know it. He's
Yeah.
making them money. But when he came out with his own tequila to challenge them, hold up, wait, you vexing our pockets. So you
Yeah.
don't want to stay in your place, just like Bill Cosby didn't want to stay in his place. We will always show you that you're only going to get
As far
as
as
far as we let you. We run this, we control this. So if we got to kill your son because you want to buy a news channel, which news channel is media, which controls people's mind state, oh, you getting out of pocket, homie.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's go on and move on to the next topic. Yeah, y'all getting deep. Y'all getting deep into it. That's really good though. Y'all getting deep into it though. It's a lot of information behind this.
I
A lot of
digress.
people don't even realize to know. They just want to look at the drama aspect of it right now,
But Miss
which is
Keita,
crazy. But if they
that's
if
what
they
they
do
here
their
for.
research like
They here
you
for
said,
you to keep it real.
yeah. And if they do their research like you said, they would know a lot of this and know who's always behind it. Yeah, we are the ones on the upfront, but behind the scenes, it's always somebody else that's running the show. And they got to realize that. Okay, so we're going to move on to our topics, you guys. Let's go and get started. First, we're going to go on and start with rejection.
Oh,
Um,
be
how
right.
do you feel about it? How do everybody feel about rejection? If y'all would like to join in the chat, please do leave a comment. If y'all would like to leave a comment, let me know how y'all feel about it also. Excuse me. And then I just got a couple of questions about it. So just rejection and how do you handle it? So Mr. Ralph done stepped away. So Natalie, rejection and how do you handle it?
um, I
Thank you
do
for
my
coming in,
I,
Susanna.
I try to find the positive in it. There's somewhere, even if it's at a job that I wanted and I thought I was ready for, it might be I need to go back and polish up some more skills. So then the next time I come out, I should ace it, or I know more. I'm ready. If it's in a relationship,
Yeah,
it's
relationship wise.
probably it's pro. I still have to look at it. Probably was a reason. I'd be like, dang,
Coming
when you're
in,
younger,
Luke.
hit the
Uh-huh.
button if you're coming in. But when you're younger, the first time you're like, oh, and I'm like, hold on. It ain't me. I'm the prize, baby. We ain't worried about that. We gonna keep it moving. We got to realize who we are. A lady stopped me one time when I was a teenager walking down the street, and I was walking down the street holding my head down. And actually, I was trying to, fold his shoulders because I was, and I was trying to hide within myself. And she called me over and she lifted my head up and said, I don't never want to see you walking with your head down. You keep your head up and your shoulders back. You are. But my father used to always say that somebody. So when um
Hello,
we a
hello.
teenager or middle
Bring
school and
lights down.
somebody we liking somebody.
Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hold on, Natalie. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in, please.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Share the video out.
Share, subscribe.
But my parents made it clear you're not going to get everything your way in this world. You're not. And a lot of times what you want is not good for you. So it might bruise you a little bit, but that's gonna be over with. I'm on to the next, baby. And when we do our children a disservice when we don't teach our kids from little bitty things that you can't have your way all the time, and everybody is not gonna be a big fan of yours and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, and then bring it to their attention when it's the shoe is on the other foot and they're doing the rejection. Why?
Yeah,
Because there's certain things that we just are attracted to.
right.
So if we consciously attempt to show them, tell them, explain to them that you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, and baby, that's fine.
Okay, Auntie, how do you handle it?
That's it.
Okay.
I broke my shoulder.
Brush it off. Okay.
Yeah,
And what about
Auntie,
you, Ralph?
Auntie,
How
I
do
got a
you
question for
handle
you, Auntie.
rejection?
okay. What's the
I got a
question?
question, Auntie. Do you believe rejection is dealt differently between men and women?
Yep.
I do. I do.
Okay.
But I think especially now, uh, we a lot of
Well,
women and
I got one
grandmas.
more. I got one more question behind that.
Okay,
Who do you think handles it worse?
I think I don't know. I really can't say that one. I really
that was
can't
running.
say. I really can't say who handles it worse, but how do you handle it, Ralph?
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on why I asked that question, and then I want to answer that question so wholeheartedly.
Hmm.
I believe women do, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you think about it, and I'm gonna keep it simple, women set themselves up to where in any situation they. I'm on the podcast, so you know they set themselves up to where basically they almost can't be rejected, and if they are, it hurts them way worse. I'll give you a small example, and I'll be done. A woman to like everyone, male or female, feels like they're beautiful, regardless if the world says it or not. Let's just say they do. We know people have insecurities. A woman knows a man chases her.
Hmm.
So when a man did not, and a woman could be bad, she could be Halle Berry, but when a man says no to Halle Berry, oh, how
She's
could you
crushed.
say no to me? I am who I am.
Hmm.
A man knows going into a situation he could be rejected, whether she's beautiful or ugly by the world standards.
Right.
When he already is raised to know he has to deal with that. A
Hmm.
woman ain't really raised to think that a man is going to tell her no. She has
Right.
to know that he will,
Yeah.
but because she's confident or she's uh smart, beautiful, has everything together. I'm the catch. How dare you say no to me? So when he actually says, "Oh no, I ain't messing with you," I, I'm gonna go even further. How many women wear outfits that are not flattering to their bodies but still feel sexy?
It's a lot of them that do.
And
A
when a
lot.
man approaches them and they don't feel like they're getting attention. Matter of fact, he ain't even hollered. Ain't getting the attention they need. They're feeling what? Rejected.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts them more. A man already goes into a situation knowing a man could be have all the check marks but one, and a woman say no. He knows that she might say no. A woman, to me, in my opinion, don't go in no situation. And I'm not saying all. I'm just saying the mindset that a woman normally grow up with, that a man is going to say no. Because and here I'm done. Because it's one thing a woman got that they know every man want, that supposedly he ain't gonna say no to and don't turn down. And as my mother like to call it, it's called the cooter.
Mm-hmm.
So since she has a cooter alone, oh, he ain't gonna tell me no. So
I'll say that's some. I wouldn't say that's really all women that do that because
not all. It's just the mindset is what I'm getting. It's every woman growing up know that a man wants to have sex with a woman. And that's what I'm getting at.
yeah.
Every woman knows that on any given night, if she go to a bar and a man's drunk enough, whether she feels pretty or not, but if he come up and he want her, it might not be for looks, but he knows it's one thing he want from her.
Right.
So she's not getting what? Rejected. But that same man can come in looking fly as heck, but maybe he's not the top guy that she wants because it's another top guy in there. When he come up to get her number, oh, no, I'm cool. He has to be raised to know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
A woman ain't raised to deal with rejection. She's taught that it might happen, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I understand.
Now, whew, I ain't never discussed this publicly. All right, give me a moment, y'all. Whew, breath. Sip and a puff. Oh, never mind. It wasn't meant to be. Okay, so, and I thought long and hard about, and I know I'm gonna mess it up because I do everything off right there in person. I grew up with women. I'm the firstborn grandson in my grandfather's marriage up here, so I have no problem talking to women. Never have. I don't have a problem sitting in a room full of women talking about girl stuff. But growing up, I didn't like to be embarrassed. I didn't play fight. I didn't slap box. I didn't joan. I didn't do pranks. You better not pull no
Right.
chair on the chair underneath.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I'm cool. I'm
Yeah.
ready to fight you. So I don't like to be embarrassed. So walking up to a woman, a lot of women don't understand the hardest thing. And I've actually seen plenty of videos, done research my entire life, watched friends. Believe it or not, women, whoever's listening to this, the hardest thing for a man to do is to walk up and talk to a woman. You never know and now they even say that a woman, you walk up to a woman now, what you doing? Why are you talking to me? Holding the door. I didn't ask you to hold the door. Like it's hard for a man just to walk up and talk to a woman.
Yeah. Most definitely.
So I never had that problem. So let's throw that out the window. Talk to a woman, get to know her. Joke. If anybody know me, anybody can chime in and see this, and they see this and chime in the comments, say Ralph ain't got no. He's silly. He say the craziest things. Not a problem. Here's where it works for me. When you on the couch with a woman, this is the example I always tell people. When I said men and women, I tell the story about how it affects me. When you on the couch with a woman, because I didn't have a man to teach me nothing, and you got to set the mood because men are leaders, right? So when you get past the talking stage and she invites you over, or y'all go out on matter of fact, let's forget that. When you go on a date, we got to set the tone for everything.
Yeah.
One wrong word could mess something up. So a man sitting there where he's supposed to be trying to be cool and confident, and hey, it's nothing. He's human too. He was like, dang, well, shoot, I want to make sure I know what a steak knife is. I want to, dress the right way and all these things.
Right.
So you make it to the couch. Now, this is the example I tell everybody. We sitting on the couch. Now, I got to set the mood because I want to go a little further than what we doing, just sitting there watching Netflix and chilling. So I might read the moment where I might need to lean in and maybe give her a kiss. And she do this. I feel what? Embarrassed. But she might be playing what? Hard to get.
Exactly.
Now you done did that to me. Guess what? I'm like, shit, fuck this shit. I'm working my way out the door at that point. Now it seems like, but you're such a confident guy and you got a way with words. I'm human though.
Yeah.
Because we're adults now. We ain't in high school. So if you feeling it, why are you playing what? Games. But here's let me not say but because I hate I tell people when you say but it negates what you say before. A friend taught me that. That's also a tool to maximize the situation depending on your relationship. But if the communication has not been made and y'all have that relationship, it feels rejection. It feels like rejection.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So now I don't lean in to try to give you a kiss. You do like this. Oh, she ain't feeling me, but she really might be. But it's saying instead of doing something like subtle like laughing, say, I'm just messing with you. A woman won't do that. A woman ain't gonna communicate that with you. She want to see how much further you're gonna go to try to go after it
Before you try, yeah.
before you try again.
Mm-hmm.
But you really just what? Embarrassed me.
Yeah.
You really did. So if you embarrass a person in that scenario, i.e., a man, why would he want to go any further?
Yeah.
It's just like this scenario. And I'm gonna be done because I want to hear Auntie and I want to hear your feedback on this. When you get past that and you in the bedroom and she, you kissing on her, no, no, stop. What we taught as men, when a woman say no, no means no, right?
No means no.
But if we stop,
Wish that was true.
we throw off the whole thing. And now you mad at us though.
Mm-hmm.
So now y'all women, they done played the game, but we got that far. What a man supposed to do? Because here's the thing as a black man, the one thing that's been going on since us before even slavery and even now during slavery and afterwards, when a woman say no and a man forced himself, let's guess what she can say.
You
He
can say right.
forced himself. He raped
Yeah.
me. So now I got to decide in my mind, am I reading this right? Is she playing? If I go any further, is she cool? And I'll get real personal because I got somebody close to me who called a rape charge, a young person, and it was false. So this is real deep for me. So this will help anybody watching. I hope you watch this and it educates you. When you laying there in the bed with a woman and you kissing on her and she playing that, and it don't matter no age. Don't get it twisted.
No, it
It
don't.
matters with maturity.
That's it. Maturity.
So when she do that, what is it? I want y'all to tell the world, what should a man do then? I'll
Well,
leave the floor.
You really have to know how far to go. I know a few guys. Normally, when a woman sit up there and say no, it means no at the end of the day.
Well, hold on. We got to give scenarios in history. Oh, girl came to Mike Tyson room at 2 a.m.
Of course.
Every grandma done told their daughter and granddaughter, if you go to it ain't nothing open after 12 other than White Castles and legs.
Exactly. But she
She done
probably just
invited
wanted
you to
money.
she's at your house or you done invited her to, or you at her house. Now
Mhm.
you over there, and 9 times out of 10, most women have told me, and most men know, if you going over somebody's house and they invite you over and it gets to that point, they want to do it.
Yeah, but she's not dumb. Like, if you know you going over somebody's house 2 o'clock in the morning, you know what's gonna happen.
But we say
I
that, but
would say 9, 10 o'clock. You
what
know
has
what's
happened to
gonna
black
happen.
men? What has happened to black men?
She wanted money though. She wanted money. That
That
was
is
her whole
true.
goal.
That is true. But again, what did Tyson do? Like you said, Tyson's like, oh, she.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
and I'm saying, even if we 9 to 5 working people, you in the bed and you done been taught as a boy since you was a little boy, no means no. And you in the bedroom kissing on this girl, she, oh no, oh stop, How do I know to keep going? Because if I stop, I'm throwing you off, and now you turned off. Now you. But then if I keep going, how do I know it's okay?
See, that's childish games. I put it that way. That's childish games for a female to be doing it, depending on age and your maturity, like you said. That's childish for a female to. Oh no, I don't. Now, if I sit up there and say stop, quit trying, and you still trying, that's a different story. At the end of the day.
Now, I'm happy you said that. I really was waiting for somebody to say that because let's just say you on the couch with Gerald, I don't know why I use that name, Gerald. And Gerald threw you off for the moment, but you really like Gerald. You attract, you want it. You actually want it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the moment passes, it's that little eerie quietness, and y'all back to watching TV, and you giving Gerald that look. You let him know he still got a chance. Now, how's Gerald supposed to proceed?
Gerald probably try again until she say no.
No, but what I'm saying is, think about how the man has to deal with that pressure in that situation, dealing with rejection.
Mm-hmm.
You've rejected him, but you still want him. And this is my catalyst, all that. What most women don't do is do something to Gerald to let him know it's okay.
Yeah.
Most situations like that, they want the man because he's the leader, and they want to feel him wanting him and all that, wanting her and all that, and da 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 da, etc. etc. They want him to pursue and chase, like you said, it's a game. Most time, and I believe we can, men chime in. How often does a woman go, "I'm sorry," and rub on your chest, maybe give you a kiss back on the cheek, let you know it's okay? That don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anything over 50% is majority. So I
Yeah.
guarantee if you ask most men 50%, that ain't what happened. Because the woman wants to feel pursued because it makes her feel some type of way about herself. So how's a man supposed to deal with that rejection? And I'm asking y'all as women, what would you tell your sons to do in that situation? Hypothetically, if what we just said happened and she's still sitting there giving you the Google eyes, you're still there, she ain't said get out, what would you tell him to do?
Oh, he need to cut it off, period.
Leave
Because
the
Now,
plan.
let me ask you.
you know how women are. So if before it goes any further or before he gets in trouble, if she say no, cut it off. If you gonna stay, that's on you. But you better be trying to make a decision if you're gonna leave or not. Because if she try to take it a step further, and I know men be aroused and they still want more with most women and try to see how far they could still go. But if she sit up there and say no, don't even entertain or play that game because it will get you in a world of trouble.
I take you from the old school. What you got to say?
Yes, Natalie, what you gonna say?
Lord bless me that I had girls, not boys, but I had enough nephews. If you try that and she say no, if it's somebody you really like, talk. Communication is the key. What's the
Why
problem?
does the like factor matter? She's a woman. It shouldn't matter if you really like her. You got to respect her because she's a woman.
He should respect her, but if it's just somebody he trying to score with and she say no, tell her I had a good evening, but I got to go. Deuces. Ain't no sense in playing the game. Point
Ain't no,
blank, period.
But again, I'm asking y'all, what if she's giving that googly eye? What if
Damn
y'all
it,
know what
blue
I'm
balls
saying?
it
ain't
don't
nothing wrong
matter.
with blue balls.
Okay, I got you. I'm with that.
Ain't it? Ain't that it? They
That
end
was
up with
me.
blue balls.
Just so
let me.
y'all know, that's me. I was a guy to be like, all right, I'm gone.
Ain't
Mhm.
nothing wrong with doing that. I'm not playing games with you. And then now, if I had a son and with the nephews that I had, and even if I can't, because I'm not, but close as I can get, if I was a boy, you playing these games with me. I'm not getting ready to wrestle with you. I'm not getting ready to try to change your mind because you can at the end of the day holler rape. I'm gonna say, all right, then. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
and start heading home. I'm gonna holler at you later. Now, but like I said, 16 to 18, baby, don't do that. Don't force yourself on her. Don't do that. Don't wrestle with her to get it. Now you can say, well, what's the problem? I thought you liked me. What's the problem? Now she could come up with a legitimate shit. I ain't know nothing. I ain't got no protection. I don't want no
Why you
kids.
invite me over here?
Well, because I like you, but
But
just because I like
sometimes,
you don't
yeah,
mean I'm
that's
gonna
it.
give it to you.
Yeah,
But
like
Please.
we
watch
could
this,
kick
watch
it, we
this.
can
But
chill.
earlier in the conversation, y'all both, well, really, you did, Keita. Auntie was listening. We all agreed. I'm assuming, Auntie, you agreed. I'm assuming 9 times out of 10, when either sex invites somebody over on that late night tip, like you said, Grandma said ain't nothing over 12, we know what the play is.
Know what the play is.
If
For one, you shouldn't be going over there.
Look, if she said come over and it's after 12, I'm coming.
Yeah, but
well,
still, at the end of the day, if she's playing that no game with you, leave.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's it. That was me.
Give me do me once, shame on you. Do me twice, shame on me. I
Now
ain't doing that. I ain't
we got
playing
to the
that
bottom
game.
of that. Now let me ask y'all this. This is what's really not talked about. When he say no and he leave, and a day or two go by, no, come the next weekend. I really want you to come over. I'm sorry about last week. Da 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 da. Whatever she say, she's showing that she really want him or whatever. How's a man supposed to deal with that? Now, Auntie, you saying no, right?
I'm
You
saying no. I
saying
know
no?
that most of the time he ain't gonna pay no attention to that. No, but no, she
Nah,
on
we
that
mean,
bull.
I'm telling you, it ain't. Especially if he want her,
She
if
on
he
that
want,
bullshit.
and I'm gonna tell you the truth. And at 41, through what I lived through, I always like to use boys versus men. A man that respects himself, and I had to grow into that. I'm done. Now it will be some deciding factors. If this man really is physically attracted to this woman, physically, or her mentality has really turned him on, he gonna go. Now, boy, I hope y'all can hear that breath. He
We
Mhm.
come.
here.
He come.
Hmm.
You know, and that's what I'll be really interested in asking women. She call him back over. She ain't, maybe they talk once that week and come from Saturday night. It's 11:30, 12, 12:31. I really want to see you. It'd be stuff like that. Like, what you doing? What you doing? You feel like coming now? I want to see you. How's a man supposed to then? Again, this is rejection. You rejected me once when we were comfortable. And now it's 12:30, 1 o'clock, whether he's intoxicated under influence or not, whether she is or not.
I'm
How
gonna
do you,
tell mine. I'm gonna tell mine. Ask her straight up. We we getting we what's gonna happen?
Auntie, I love
Exactly.
you.
I want to
I'm
That's
know
happy
it.
you
straight
said
up
that.
because I'm not going to waste my time to borrow somebody's car or to get in the car and go over there. I could get stopped back, but 99 things could
Watch this,
that
Auntie.
I can't get there.
That's
Watch
it.
this, Auntie. I'm happy you said that. I thank you for saying that. Because women say all the time, why can't a man just be honest and upfront and say what he feels? I seen a YouTube video, dude who broke it down. Well, I really like you, but I really just want to screw you. Here's the thing, and me and Keita talked about this bar scenario. If a dude walks up to a female in a bar and straight up say, "Look, I ain't gonna lie to you, I just want to fuck you." I don't know. Excuse my language. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
okay by the
Yeah.
internet or whatever, but I want to have sex with you.
Hmm.
Unless that woman wants that man, ooh, I ain't no hoe. What you come to me like that for? But if she wants that man, it's ooh, well, shoot, what's up? That's what it is. Ain't no getting around that. You can verbalize it. You can add these variables, but that's basically what it is.
It is. And
So
if she
so so, but here's the thing: you rejected me once, so now here you come back with the ooh, I want you. How's a man supposed to decipher that?
look, I ain't got time to play games with you. What's up?
So
What's
that's
up?
what I'm saying though. But see, you'll tell a chick. I'm telling you, I've been in these scenarios. Every woman I deal with know me. I tell you from the jump. Listen, this is what I got going on in life. This is what I'm trying to do. Hey, woo, 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 woo. This is what it is. I'm that guy because I was raised that way. My grandmother taught me present yourself as you are and let a woman choose.
Yeah.
So you reject me once, okay? You call me up and look. If I come all the way over there, are we doing this?
That's it.
I mean, but
Make it
see,
plain.
most men, and I wish we had more men to really respond to this. It probably later in the comments. Most men will tell you they're not going to be direct. Most women are not direct in that scenario. They're going to talk around it because it's
Mhm.
it's with women, in my opinion, it's the illusion of forget Prince Charming. It's the illusion of what they see and what they want from that man, how they want it to go down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I hope people understand what I'm saying by that. So if they look at you as Billy D. Williams, they want you to forget all that. I'm gonna use me as an example. I've had two women this year tell me, "You look like you make love to women." I'm like, "What the hell?" What I learned is when women see a man, well, I'm gonna say me. When women see me, they project what they think I'm about, what they project they see in me, and what they want from me. And what
Mm-hmm.
I learned is the more I open my mouth and I don't be what they want me to be, I lose points. And I'm not that guy. And they want me less.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
like
they're not
straight
but
shooters.
they're not communicating with me.
That's the problem.
That's the problem right there. No
And that's
communication.
most women. You know what that when that changes with women, in my opinion, it goes back to maturity.
They get
I,
my age.
I agree
But
to say
but
that.
but I just told this to my trainer I met last night. I have a saying that I created that I came up with. Most women don't mature until childbirth, depending on the circumstances around it, and if they choose to be a mother,
Mm-hmm.
or trauma. Listen to what I'm saying. Men mature strictly from trauma. Now, regardless of what you put in there as far as why they matured, I guarantee you that trauma word is going to be key. It could be religion for a man. I'm going back to men, but the religion was because the person was living a life and something affected them, and the religion saved them. So that trauma transitioned them.
Yeah.
The women, I'm gonna give you an example for a woman. If a woman has a baby at a younger age, I ain't gonna say young age, a younger age. If she chooses to be a mother, here's the circumstances. How do people view her when she got pregnant? Was she young and fast, and now she feel like she got to step up and show people she's a mother, or was she got her stuff together and then she had a baby, and now she just got to show that she's a mama, but she don't even want to be a mama. So now she's putting on a role.
Well, I think it just depends. I mean, because the ones that don't want to be a mama normally are not mamas, but we're going to stay on topic. Sometimes it is, um, sometimes it is maturity, like you said. That's most definitely number one. When women do have kids, yes, most definitely it helps them mature a lot better, a lot quicker than what is expected for them to mature. A lot of them, the ones that don't want to be mothers, are not mothers. But we gonna save that for another day.
That's part of
And
generational curses, ain't it?
yeah, we got a few comments I want to sit up here and go over. Johnny Merks
Where the comments at? I can't see them.
said, with all due respect, not all guys have an issue
I wasn't
approaching
clicking
the
on the right
opposite
thing.
sex. Some guys live for it. And then lifestyles, what Eric said, that's not where he come from. Um he he said, I'm mature with my age and experience that he have been through. So that made him more mature, not just trauma. And I, it just depends. Sometimes with trauma, it still keeps that person bound. I don't really think they really heal from it. I think it keeps them bound in that situation. Some of it anyway, not all, but some it keeps them
I
bound.
remember lifestyles with Eric.
Yeah, he was on the last one.
Yeah, I remember him.
And then back on topic, because we keep veering off topic. Um
Auntie fault.
with rejection, you gonna blame Auntie?
I'm like auntie.
so
Look just like a man.
so with rejection, I can't really say that I've experienced it, because I'm not one that really will sit up there and approach a man anyway. That's not my, I don't care how old I am. I would never feel that way.
Why is that?
I always feel like I just don't. I think it's more of security, insecurities that I have. You would never really see me. Even if I see somebody that I like, you would probably never see me go approach them and try to talk to them. So and I probably would, like you said, a lot of women probably feel more rejected, and that would probably be me, but you would never see me go and approach a man that I feel like I like anyhow. And
Auntie,
then
I want to ask Auntie, what about you at your older age? With
Cherry, have you ever approached somebody, Natalie?
If I like we out, if I do go approach somebody, come on, let's dance. It's somebody that I'm not trying to hit on, nigga. I just want to dance. So then if
it's
you
not about
say
that, but
no, I ain't mad. I ain't trying to marry you, have your baby. I said, let's dance.
But you approach them, right?
Yeah.
Because you still got to get told no if you want to dance, right?
Yeah, if they say no, I'm good with that
And
one
that's
too.
rejection.
Well, yeah, it is, but I just know how to handle. I'm not
Oh,
feeling
but we're
it,
not
it's
talking about
not
the
hitting
handling
you.
part. What I'm asking you is, what got you to the confident point that you're comfortable enough to go up to a man and ask him to dance? What got
I
you to
want
that
to
point?
dance. I'm at the club. I want to dance. I'm at the club. I came to the club with my girlfriend. My
Dancing
song
is
is
like
on.
a different scenario, though. Like, I
Well,
mean,
you know what I
I,
was
I'm
taught.
not. I've not had to. Uh, um, I just never to
Hold on, Auntie. You got
somebody
to
dance.
pause on that one. You got to do like a young pause. You
I
ain't
just
had
so
to.
if I'm going up and it just come on, dang it, ain't nothing but such and such many people here. And I know people look like he can dance. He ain't great do no wild stuff. Come on, let's dance. And if he say no, okay, player, there's no problem. Then
move
I'm
on to the
moving on.
next one. Move
You know
on
Yeah,
what
to
I
the
was.
let's
next
You
do
know
one.
what
it.
I was taught as a young man, that a woman should not refuse a man when he asks her to dance. That's what I was taught. Just to
Mm.
dance, right?
Right.
Guess
I
guess
know.
guess what I've been done. I've been
You
in the
been
club, and then when I go out, I dress. I'm old school. I dress with some nice. I call them Scooby Doo's, dress shoes, nice little shirt, whether jeans or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, because I was raised by a mother who taught me how to dance. Dancing ain't nothing. Oh, I'm cool. That's rejection.
Well, that's rejection, but a lot of females don't like to get on the floor and dance.
they feet
But
A
hurt.
lot
Some
of
of
them don't. Like, it just depends. You got
they
yours
feet.
that will, and you got some. Yeah, especially the ones that want to come out there with the heels on and dressed up
you know what that tell me? You ain't
like
got
they
no
really cute.
rhythm.
Yeah, you ain't about to go see them on the dance floor. Some of them don't be like, I ain't trying to sweat. I'm gonna mess up my hair.
But but
I
but
mean, it just
again,
depends.
everybody's different, right? If I was taught a woman shouldn't, old school is, your cutlery, certain things you just did or didn't do. Would you agree, Auntie?
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
Okay.
okay.
So again, if
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
taught,
Let's go on and change this subject. We over our time anyway. Let's go on and talk about ghosting. Let's talk about ghosting and have you ever been ghosted? So I will start.
okay,
I really can't say. I was trying to think when I was writing this down. Have I ever been ghosted? I don't believe I have. I think I'm more the one that would quit talking. Like, if I feel like I'm not saying nothing, you're not saying nothing, it is what it is. I mean, if y'all consider that ghosting, then that's what it is. It just depends. Um, a lot of times when somebody's trying to holler or whatever, and the conversation's not really going nowhere, then yeah, it's like I'm moving on from that. So, oh, hey, how you doing? And I move on. I'm not sure if that's really considered ghosting, but me talking to someone actually, and then they stop talking to me, I can't really say that I have experienced that. What about you, Natalie? And what about y'all out there, audience?
I probably would. I probably have,
Oh,
but I mean, you meet somebody and you chit chat a little bit. But see, nowadays, everybody on that, this stuff, I wouldn't be able to do that online stuff. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't really gonna do it. So, if I'm up one night just to be doing something, I might, yeah, hey, what's happening? Da da da. But I'm really not hardly gonna. I'm not gonna reach out to you, and I'm not hardly gonna respond when you do. Soon as you start trying to lay your Mac Daddy roll down, I'm just not gonna do it. I need to interact with a person. I need to see them, listen to the tone of their voice. Now, but if I meet somebody or we chit chat, and I just know off the top, I'm not feeling this person. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I ain't responding no more. If
yeah.
that's what that is, I ain't responding no more, and it's okay.
Now, are you talking about online, or are you talking about if you met them in person
Either
and
way,
you
this
don't
late
see
in the
them?
this late in the game, I ain't got time to be playing with nobody. If I'm not attracted, I'm not feeling them.
yeah,
Go,
Auntie.
and it's nothing about them. It might just be me. I just ain't. I'm not feeling this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might meet me and say, "I think she would really be a nice person. I like her, just that, but she dyed her hair blonde," and I'm gonna keep on. So I am not for you. So move it on and don't come trying to.
I was about to say if they approach you anyway and then they got an issue with you dyeing your hair blonde, they don't need to talk to you anyway.
All right, Scooby Doo. I ain't looking. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Lifestyles with Eric has the best response, and I'm gonna piggyback off of him.
Hold on, let me
He
see
said,
what he said.
"Go ahead, you read it. Go ahead, read it."
There are always reasons to be ghosted. There's always reasons we are ghosted. It's just sometimes people tell you why, and some people don't feel like they owe you an explanation. That's true because I've heard people say, "Shoot, just don't respond back. Don't even reach out." Um, you can go to a person because, like I've talked about, if the sex isn't good, the company isn't good, hygiene isn't good. It could be several things sometimes. But dang, that's kind of messed up.
He got the best. I'm telling you, he got the
but
best.
that's the truth, though. If you break it
But
down to a nutshell, that's the truth.
okay,
At our age, who want to tell somebody that's the reason? I shouldn't
okay.
have to tell you that.
So here's my issue, and I had a conversation with a young lady about this because she told me I feel like I ain't got no reason to tell somebody why I ain't got to talk to them. And da, 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 da. I feel like this. Keywords, y'all. When y'all see this, I feel like this. If you take the time to share your energy and your time and your life with another person and shown interest and take from them their time, their energy, and like I said, and all of a sudden you just don't want to talk to them. Your valid, your reasons are valid. You should be able to say, I'm not, you don't have to be nasty with it, but you should be able to say, it was cool talking to you, but I'm not interested.
Mm-hmm.
But what this society has brought to us with the internet is you don't have to be held accountable for your actions. See, back in the day when you had to get somebody's number and actually talk to them and get to know them and then quit talking to them, back in the day, you used to be like, you know what, I ain't feeling you no more, or this happened and I'm cool. You had to tell a person, it had to be a reason, and you had to discuss it. You
Mm-hmm.
had to, because that's the only way you could communicate. With the internet, with people putting their an idea of who they want you to believe that they are, you don't have to do that. So I feel like this. I'm a father, I work a job, I work out, I got things going on in my life. I choose to talk to you. I choose to take away from those things to entertain you, to get to know you, whether
Mm-hmm.
we went out or not. When you just say boop and stop talking to me, and I'm still interested. But then let's just say I call you and say, hey, what's up? Like, did I do something wrong or something? Because I'm interested. Because it could be something that could be fixed.
Yeah.
But when you just don't do nothing, guess what? It's called manners. That's rude.
And that's what I agree with. I feel like it's rude, and I always feel like I have to give a reason or get a reason
That's
behind
it.
it. That's just me. I feel like it has to be a reason. My friend always be like, "Girl, you ain't got to sit up and do all that. Just don't say nothing." I don't feel like I could just do that. I feel like I have to give a reason, or you need to give me a reason.
He Lifestyles with Eric said, you can go to a person because, like I've talked about, if the sex isn't good, the company isn't good. Oh, that was okay. That was already.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought he wrote something new.
that was it.
Again, I've been through and I was, when I seen your subject titles, I was elaborated. I was like, oh my god, I've been through all this.
Yeah, I mean, because even with that alone, I just feel like if the sex wasn't good, whatever, let the person be known because she could be trying to move on and let it be known so she could try to work on some things to make it better. Even with her hygiene, she should know.
That
She
that's
should
what I'm
know.
getting at.
But
That's
if
what,
she
see,
don't,
communication.
yeah,
Okay,
let it be known.
listen. Every man and every woman is different. So let's just talk sex. Let's just talk sex because that's a very big deciding factor with getting ghosted.
Yeah.
You meet a guy, you meet a girl, y'all have sex for the first time. It wasn't what you thought it was gonna be on both ends. But neither party is communicating and saying, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what you did wrong, to see if it can get better. So you ghost them.
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that? I'm sorry, internet, if I shouldn't have cussed, but I'm see, the thing is, we're adults,
Hmm.
and as adults, we know certain things. We know every man and every woman is different, and I'm gonna speak from a man's. We know every woman is different.
Right.
One woman might like to get her feet tickled. She might like to be wine and dine before she get let all little Kim out. We don't know. But again, I talked about the projection of the image. So, okay, I might have not met up to that. But guess what? You never said, you know what? I do like you. You are charismatic. You're this. You're this. You know, I would like you to do this. And the dude might be like, I want to be like that.
Right.
Now I'm gonna flip the coin on that. How many women are raised? I remember when mothers used to tell their mothers like, "Well, one woman won't do, another woman will." Remember that, Auntie?
Mm-hmm.
Remember
It
that?
worked. Yeah.
Remember when mothers used to teach their daughters how to be a woman?
Did they?
Well, guess what? I'm 41. Most daughters ain't been taught that.
I was
Right.
about
So
to, that's why I said, did they?
how many women know how to be sexy without having sex? Whoop,
a
whoop.
Depending
Did
on
I
lot
what
of
go
you
there? Did I go there?
depending
lot of
on who you raised by.
right, and a lot of them stumble on that, but it depends on their tribe. Because
Yeah.
nowadays we get a lot of especially these younger women. They're surrounded by the wrong people feeding them the wrong information, so they don't know. But at the same time, and the young guys too. You got a lot of guys. Guys was taught a lot of double standards anyway. But a lot of these new ones, they wasn't taught nothing. They taught about they six. They having a tantrum if they can't get their way.
Whoop.
It's walk away. But then you got these little girls. They about nutty as a fruitcake too. But no, I don't owe you. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you a reason. Sometimes it's not even a reason. You can put your hand on. I meet you. We chit chat for a little bit, whatever, whatever. I ain't feeling you. Period. I ain't even got to sleep with you to realize that's just that. But I'm just saying, if that's not the greatest experience or whatever I was looking for, we not getting ready to do this. Rosin Bakery closed. They the ones they gave out too many samples. Ain't nobody got time to be giving
They
out
had
samples.
roaches.
What?
Ain't nobody got time. They
That
was
was
giving out
that
all
was
these
they
samples.
had mice. That's why
They
they
had
was
They
like
was
mice. They
they
giving
had
had
out too
roaches
mice.
many
and mice.
Them
samples
wasn't
too.
chocolate droppings on your
But
donut.
okay, so you know what? I can say I did go somebody. I did. So I met somebody. He was younger than me. I met him. It was situations that he done that I didn't like. Um, situations he was a pill popper. He did other things and he drunk a lot, but he stayed in a lot of trouble. And he was a really cool person, but I only met you 5 days and you sitting there asking me for some money because you done
Oh
got
shit,
locked
that's
up.
another goddamn subject.
No, I ghosted him. Like he even reached back out and he was like, hey beautiful. I didn't ever respond back. I was gonna respond, say, quit calling me, but I didn't. I said, just let me leave this alone because I really want him to know, like, no, I'm not feeling you. Because I told him then, like, I only met you 5 days and you asking me for money. You see, I got all these kids. I mean, even though they halfway grown, but
So
still, I still got kids I gotta take care of.
so
So don't come to me asking me for money. I don't even know you.
so
5
here's my issue, Keita. You didn't want them to contact you, right?
days. We were cool at first,
No,
but
no, no,
then
wait, wait. I'm saying, no, I got you. But after you realize some things,
yeah.
you didn't even want him to contact you.
I did let him know though, like, don't come to me with all this.
Wait,
And
wait,
I,
wait, wait,
and I
wait,
left
wait,
it
wait.
at that.
Communication.
Hmm.
Okay.
I
When
left it
you
at
when
that.
you say don't come to me with all this, unless you specifically say the issues that bother you, he don't know what he
No,
doesn't know.
that's why I said I did end up
Right, 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 right,
ghosting.
right. But we talking for the public.
Mm-hmm.
We talking for the public. So this is how I imagine I would want the conversation to go. Because like I said, I've been ghosted. I've been ghosted. I ain't, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. And I want the world to hear this because the world gonna see this. I've always been the type of dude to where if you ghost me because I don't know, and I might really be interested in you, or I just like your conversation. It could be honest. I like to talk, so it could be your conversation. I might even not even be physically attracted to you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me straight up. Nah, I ain't digging you. You got this going. You could have told that man, you got some in a nice way. You got some things in your life that's not conducive for me. Can you please not contact me no more? It was
Mm-hmm.
nice meeting you, and that's it. But he knows not to contact you no more.
Right. That's true.
To me, it's about respect of the
Mm-hmm.
situation. It ain't
Yeah.
necessarily about respecting the person, but respecting the situation is respecting the person.
Right.
So whether male or female, hey, you know what? It was nice meeting you. You were a cool person when I met you. Whatever, however you word it, but give them the respect of saying, hey, I don't want you in my life no more. Because here's the thing. It could be 5 fucking years from now, and he thought about you. He was attracted to you. He thought about you. Man, let me see how her day going. Now I done
Mm-hmm.
irritated you just by hitting you up and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And you like, "What the fuck is he talking to me?" In your mind, which is valid, you like, "Why is this motherfucker contacting me?"
Mm-hmm.
I showed him that he shouldn't talk to me. He never got that message.
Yeah.
Communication rules the nation. Communication is the key.
Exactly. And I get that, but I had to go back and think about it because I was like, "Have I ever-" But yeah, that one, and I can say I was in my feelings. So don't come to me. I was in my feelings, and I was like, no, like leave me alone.
You know what? I'm gonna flip the coin. I've had women. I'm a flirt. I ain't gonna get around. I'm a flirt, and I've had women think I really want them, but I've never asked for their phone number.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't even ghosting. But in their mind, they're like, he likes me. I ain't even asked your phone number.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes you think I want to go forward with this? I might really like to flirt with you just to make you smile. When I see you, I'm a joyful person, whatever might, I'm the type of person that like, I always tell people, somebody could be having a bad day. If I could be the person to make them smile at one point in their day, hey, I made them smile.
Yeah.
I'm a people person, whatever, and I am a flirt. It's nothing wrong with that. But if I never
Right.
ask your number, don't talk bad about me now. This motherfucker, I've gotten that.
Language.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 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 Let me
Auntie,
read some of these
Auntie, what
comments.
you think? What you
Hold
think,
on. Let me
Auntie?
read some of these comments. Johnny said, I don't feel like I owe a person an explanation if you feel the need to ghost her. And then he said, she would just be ghosted. Life happens. And I mean, to each his own. Some people feel the need just to be like, I ain't gotta say nothing. I mean, I know plenty of people that say that too. So I think it just depends. But I'm just saying, with me, I feel like he said, communication. If you don't owe me anything, and if you
No.
decide to just ghost me, then it is what it is. But communication, and it is about being rude. I feel that way as well. But lifestyle said, I've been ghosted before and didn't know what I did wrong. Never spoke with the lady again, and life goes on. Although I felt a little strange because I was interested, it happens.
Now, for Johnny and lifestyles, I would love y'all to respond on this. No wrong answer. It's for conversational purposes only. Out of respect for the time spent, the energy spent, like I discussed earlier, technically nobody is owed nothing, but just being raised with tact. The one thing I love using that word because a lot it's old auntie, that's old school, ain't it? That
Yeah,
tact,
but we got a lot of
that
people
tact.
didn't
Come
get
on
it.
now, tact. When you decide to bring somebody in your life, even for a conversation on a continuous basis, and they decide to stop talking to you, I'm not saying nobody owes you nothing, but if nobody communicates properly, man or female, to say that this is ended, where does it come to a point where not forget society and what society deems normal? Because that's what I feel like y'all, and I'm not knocking your comment. I'm saying I feel like society has made it a norm. That's what I'm saying. Society has made it a norm because it's safe to do stuff from a distance now.
Yeah.
It's safe to do stuff because you ain't got to deal with that person again. It's a punk way out. That's just my personal opinion. I'm big on people not being punks. I hate that stuff.
So how
Man,
would it be like when we didn't have phones?
right. When we didn't have phones, you couldn't punk your way out.
Yeah.
I remember having to call somebody, a female, 2 or 3 times and hanging up so they knew I was going to call. I come from that generation.
Right.
Because your mama then was like, what you doing up? You call 2 or 3 times. I'm going to call back one time you pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Accountability. And one thing the world has lost because of the fact that I don't have to touch you because of the internet is accountability.
Yeah.
Where does it come accountability that I've introduced you to my life to where you just even say, you can even be harsh with it. I don't want to talk to you no more. Click. That's happened in the past. So I asked Johnny Merks and Lifestyles with Eric, if y'all don't mind, comment on that. I understand what y'all talking, but respectfully for the situation, where does it come a point where a person should say, hey, I'm cool with you. You was nice meeting you, whatever. Like I said earlier, I would love to hear y'all response. But
Yeah.
go ahead,
Good.
until they respond if they do.
You got something to add, Nelly, before I go on and end this?
No, not really, cause not really.
Okay. But like I said, when we said what happened when it was phone, so you from the old school generation, how was it handled? I was young, so I was too
Okay.
young. But how was it handled back then when people didn't have phones and they ghosted you?
Go ahead, Auntie. Let us know.
You mean so when they could just call you in the house phone? That was it.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
they had to come see you in person.
Yeah, what about the days when a man had to come pick you up for dates and stuff, and then you like, I don't even want to talk to Jerome. Jerome, what did you have to do?
It was 9 times. It was 2 things. One, you would probably have your sister, your girlfriend, or your brother.
Oh, God, man,
say,
come on,
or your
man.
mother, don't call here no more. That was a way out. Or you say, well, right
Auntie.
about we're gonna have to chill because right about now I got too much going on.
Auntie. Let's speak on that. Let's speak on that first thing you said. Ain't that a punk way out? The auntie.
There was a punk way out, but that's how they handle it.
I mean, but it
I
worked.
just want to hear her say it. That's all.
Worked.
I'm petty.
Let my mama get on the phone and say, don't call me no dang on more. She too young. Don't call me. I can't have, my mama said I can't have no boyfriend. I got this.
Where you at, Auntie? Give me some.
This ain't a good time. This ain't a good time for me. I got this, that, and the other going on. Maybe later on, but
Maybe.
Maybe I,
Okay.
but yeah, but yeah.
Now, with your years of experience, do you think that was right?
I didn't want to hurt their feelings, so that was the easiest route out.
That ain't what I'm asking.
It wasn't. I would have rather have somebody say it just ain't it.
Flip. Can you do the public a favor? Can you flip the coin? What if you was interested in a guy? Would you rather have the father say he can't have girls talk to him? No, flip the coin. Help the public know. If you was interested in a guy back when you was 16, 17, 18, and you was really digging a guy, Billy D. Williams, and you calling him and you like, well, he walked me home from school and he's a nice guy, and you calling him and his daddy get on the phone and say he can't have girls talk on the phone. How would you feel?
I wouldn't care. I mean,
but it's coming from the daddy though, so it's not really coming from him. So you can't.
Does mama make a difference? I mean, help me know.
Like it's coming from the parent, not really him, because you really don't know that he's.
But remember, when you kids, you don't know. You like, well, maybe they don't want. So you still try. That's what I'm getting at. You still try to write notes at school. You write notes at school.
I ain't doing all that.
Right.
I see you in school. If you was cool with me, I see you in school. What's up, my guy? And we're gonna keep on. We're going to the court. We're going to the court. What?
I like you, Auntie.
Okay. Johnny, he replied, you see his, I feel what you're saying, But me personally, I just don't have the sweet heart that some men have. I'm a savage.
Ah,
Go ahead, Johnny. You
yeah,
said I'm a
yeah.
savage.
Okay, Johnny. Now look, tell the world where that savageness came from. That's the catch. Men learn from trauma. I'm not
So
saying
yeah.
you
So
did,
what made
Johnny.
you a savage, Johnny?
What made you a savage, Johnny?
Oh,
Go on, type that
Were
out
you
now.
always that way, or somebody hurt you to
Yeah,
make you a
let's be
savage,
honest
Johnny?
now. Yeah, I'm with Keita. Go ahead, put the pressure on him, Keita.
We like to know. Inquiring minds like
Yeah,
to know.
look, hey, first of all, I salute. I salute, my man. I salute. And I appreciate your honesty and your transparency.
That's it. That is it.
well,
But
I just was like, I don't care, whatever. We too young. I ain't tripping. We good. Let's
But see,
go.
I'm more interested because see, I was raised by the old school auntie. I really was. And I'd be curious, and I love talking to you because I don't have, I got the only old school that I really talked to like that. She was a real church woman, raised from down south.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you ain't no church woman. I
I know
love
you
your
get it from that side of the table, but ain't nothing wrong with a little
right.
street.
I
Yeah.
love your perspective. And you like, hey, I ain't tripping, but you was built with confidence. You was taught a little different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was so curious about like, what if you was really digging a guy at 17, 18, you want to take him to prom, and then
No.
how did it
There,
go
there,
back in
there,
the day? I wasn't back in the day.
right now.
right,
Okay, there's some levels to this stuff.
Oh
But
shoot,
yeah,
teach us
the
now.
number one, but I wouldn't any child that was around me, I'm greedy. Put in their head, you somebody,
Uh-uh. I'm
you
talking about you.
well, that's
You
what
the
was fed
kid.
to me. So I felt you got to feed it to the next one. I am somebody. I am the prize.
like you said,
So
each one teach
that's
one.
just that. That's it. Pop, pop. What we doing? You sharpen
That's
them
how I feel.
knives. We. That's it. I'm the prize. In my book, I'm the prize, and I think anybody ought to be like. Everybody ain't gonna feel like that, and that's okay too. But I do believe in communication is the key. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's
Let's
not
talk
because
about it.
if we talk and we can talk about anything under the world, let's do it. You might not like my way. I'd have been told, oh, by female, you kind of think like a guy. I'm like, you don't have feelings. Yes, I do.
Oh
Yes,
Yeah,
I
man.
do, and I don't think like a guy. I think like an independent thinking
you think
woman.
logically.
So
I'm
this
not
is
into emotions.
can I
Yeah,
touch back on rejection real quick?
Hmm.
yeah. Come on, we about to get in this.
So I'm gonna word it the best way I can for the internet. I've had to learn how to fake. I never be being raised by women, and I will gladly put it on the internet and let everybody know. I was raised by women, and I put them on pedestals growing up because I was, what I mean, I was raised by women. I'm gonna word it like that. I didn't know how to hurt a woman's. I didn't feel comfortable hurting a woman's feelings. So when a woman's fellatio was not up to deck, I'd rather play it off, and I could do stomach muscles and breaths and all that because I didn't want to reject her and make her feel like she was less than up because I respected how women emotions was and all that. Now, like Mr. Johnny Merck said, I'd have been turned into a savage. But prior to that, because of how I was raised, like Auntie saying, I'd rather play the role to not hurt a person because we didn't have ghosting back then. Even now it's different. But through those years, I'd rather just go through the situation because I know how it would affect a woman. A woman when it comes to where she might feel confident in her realm, or I think she is. If I react the wrong way, it could damage her for the rest of her life. That's how I thought. I'm not right or wrong. I'm just telling y'all what I thought. So therefore, well, let me just like a woman, oh, oh, yeah, I give you my number and give a fake number. Look, Auntie started laughing because she done did it so many times. Look, she was at the triangle at the point, and she done gave a fake number out so many times. Piccadilly's, she done did
Yeah,
it, but she didn't
yeah.
hurt that man's feelings until he called and was like, "Oh, but that was a way of ghosting back then. Am I right, Ain't T?
That is so true. That was a way of ghosting.
Am
Give
I
them the
right,
wrong
Ain't
number.
T? Ain't T, what you doing, Ain't T? What you doing? You quiet.
We know when we know better, we do better.
Oh no, don't try to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We keeping it real for the
Some people
world.
still do that though. Some people still give the wrong
But see,
number.
that's what I'm getting about that communication part. Instead of ghosting, just tell that person. Because here's the thing, and I'm gonna leave this like this, Nikita. I know you said we over. This is how I really feel. Deep down in my heart, God's love and everything. You could be missing out on your Mary. You could be missing out on your Joseph
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't communicate. Because guess what? When you ghost that person, it could have been your person for you, but you didn't communicate. Because guess what? The same thing that they messed up on, they could work on or are willing to work on.
Yeah,
That could
true.
be something that they know they need to work on. But since you didn't communicate, you might lose out. Now you got to go through a whole couple other thousand men, women, whatever, and you get to 40, 50 years old, like, dang, but your person was in your 20s.
Yeah,
See,
and
that's
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 true.
that's what hurts me personally.
That's true. But nowadays, when we even talk about rejection, a lot of men can't handle it. Period. And you see, they are harming these women. They're hurting them when they sit up
Um,
and reject them. They
we,
throw things at them, beat them, and do
Peter, we
all
on the
kinds of
internet,
things
right?
to them.
I'm gonna say this the best way I can. Johnny Merckx, Lifesaver Eric. If y'all would be on this, I'm gonna toast my glass when I make my comment. All y'all gotta do is put the number one or something simple.
I think they go.
Men wear panties.
Some of them do, yeah.
I can't word it how I want to word. Men are bleep 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 bleep. If that's
Mhm.
enough to understand society now, men are bleep bleep bleep. Let me see.
Men are not
Watered down,
savage
That's
anymore.
5 letters. Bleep 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 bleep.
We get what you're saying.
watered down.
And
Yeah.
I'm on men. I forget the women at this point. I'm on men.
Yeah.
So yes, Keita's absolutely right.
Hmm.
Yeah, they can't handle the rejection. They punks.
Yeah.
They
So,
punks.
so a
I ain't,
female,
ain't this ain't got nothing to do with women. The
yeah,
sad part is they got to deal with it.
bands. That's
I
right.
don't know what that means.
It's a beep 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 beep.
Oh, well, damn, Miss Love. She ain't said nothing all night, but you all right? You need a hug? Shoot, she snapped quick. She snapped
Oh,
quick. All right, Miss Love. I love you too.
goodness.
Shoot. Dang.
Hey,
Okay, so we're gonna go and end this. Next time we're gonna have to just get on the topic of the generational curses because we are almost 2 hours in. But anyway, thank you, Mr. Ralph Island, for joining us again. Thank you for Natalie. Next time I'm gonna have to really get on y'all because y'all kept getting off topic. But we gonna work on this.
we're gonna work.
But anyway, so thanks for tuning in,
Come on.
everybody. If you come back and you look at the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video out, share it to others. I hope this video helps somebody throughout this. Let's try to get some help out here for people that are being rejected. Like we said, try communication. If you feel the need, like you don't have to say anything, don't. It's to each his own. But without being rude and have a little bit of respect for the next person, just let them know like why. I mean, without being rude. If you send it through a text, then do it. If some people say I'm just in my feelings because I need an explanation. That's just what it is. I'm an emotional creature. I'm sorry. But just I just hope this video helps somebody else out when it comes to rejection, when it comes to ghosting. Also, um, the topic about Diddy, when we talked about Diddy, I hope that y'all, if y'all know any more information, if y'all have read the book, let us know. Just put it in the comments after the video is over with, um, or any other information that you may have on the topic about Kim's book. Um, Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Ralph,
I
for
said,
joining us. Let me see. What did she say? I'm great. I'm loving the combo. I'm told I think I like a man. Yeah, she's like a man too. Yeah, she is too. So
Don't
thank
be
you all for coming in. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Love you all. We'll see you next Tuesday. Tune in 8 o'clock. Tune in. We will see y'all then. Um, deuces.
deuces. Later, Keita. Later, love. Later, Ralph.